Hi, hello again. Nice to see you. Well, let's continue with this course. And today, or in this video, let's talk about the life cycle. Okay, but the life cycle of what? That's the point. Okay, the thing is, remember, we are working with activities. Okay, or activity. And in the last two videos, we talk too much about the activity, and if you remember, or you can come back to that videos, the activity is an Android concept, okay? But it's not just a file or two files, okay? It's more complex than this, okay? We need to think now in activities, but we need to try to understand what happened when we are using activities, okay? For example, if you go to the documentation in the website, the official website, remember developerandroid.com, and you can type activity, probably you will find this reference, okay? So let me show you and explain you a couple things about the activities. I don't want to share all information, okay, because that's not the point. I don't need you read all the website, okay, or the content. But we have a couple things to think about it, okay. The first one is we have a life cycle, okay. That's the most, for me, I think so. It's the most important thing when you are trying to start on Android, okay, because the life cycle is talking to you about the complex, okay, about the complexity in this case. If you see this image, I think is the best one because it's a very specific way to explain the life cycle, okay. Actually, the image is the same, I think, for a long time ago, so you don't have to worry too much about it, because when you understand this, probably you can keep using, okay. And about activities, obviously, if you see the activity, okay, start here in the blue element, and we can think the end, okay, or when the activity is dying, is the last element here in the we have activity shutdown, okay. So this is the beginning and this is the end, okay. But we have a process, we have a couple of steps to think about it, okay. Actually, I will invite you to come back to Android Studio. Let me open, okay. No, this one, no, yes, this one. And if you see, we have the activity. I will try to use the main activity because I know all of you we are creating a project from zero, so we have the same code, at least in the main activity, okay. So if you see, we have the definition of main activity, and we have we are using this class, okay, app compat activity, and we have an override, okay, element, and the element is or the method is onCreate, okay. Think about it. If you see onCreate before, where, okay, where is the element onCreate? I show you. Let me show you again, okay. Here, activity and onCreate. onCreate is the first step, okay, when we are trying to create an activity, okay. If you see, we have an order here: on create, on start, on resume, on pause, on stop, and on destroy, okay. And actually we have on restart. I don't see that here, but I am sure we have on restart, for example, okay. If you see the image, okay, take a moment to try to find it. But if you find in the right side of this diagram, if you can see on restart, okay. Well, what happened with these methods? You don't have to try to understand and memorize everything, but I think it's very easy if you want to. It's like when you are learning the numbers, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we have six methods. It's the same. This is the number 1, the 2, the 3. Well, you can try to look at that like this, and I think it's very easy to memorize this, okay. But the most important for now is you need to understand each method is for a very specific instructions. Okay, if you don't have all the information, obviously, because this is your first step and you are trying to understand Android, you don't have to worry, because if you click here, for example, to uncreate, you will have all the information. Okay, if you see here, I move the mouse, but if you see, we have the method uncreate. This is the definition. Okay, and you have a very clear explanation. Call it when the activity is starting. So it's the first one. Okay, this is where most initialization should go. Okay, so obviously we are working in the initialization. Okay, that's very clear, and we need to sometimes, obviously, but we can say almost times, we are using calling. We are calling, sorry, the method set content view. Okay, so if you remember the code, just come back and you will see, hey, yeah, that's correct. Okay, and I explained this code before. Okay, so the recommendation is, for now, please take a look about this process. Okay, take a look about the method. Sometimes you have a very specific instructions to create an element, to put in a standby an element, if you want to come back with this element in the screen, or you need to send data, receive data. Okay, so the only way to learn this is with experience. Okay, you need to try to use it. You don't have to worry too much, because if you try to do something in the incorrect method, you don't have to worry. Android Studio let you know this is grown. Okay, this is grown and you need to change to this one. Okay, Android Studio is very smart. Actually, maybe a lot of developers think the opposite, but Android Studio is very clear and is smart to show you the information. Okay, I will show you later how we can read this information. Okay, but for now, try to understand. We have a life cycle for activities. Okay, the first method is on create, the second one is on start and on resume. This is a regular process. Okay, you always need to pass for that, and actually we can confirm that. How? Let me show you how we can confirm that. Remember, on create is the first one and on start is the second one. Okay, let's see. If you put here on start, you will see autocomplete. Okay, let's select this one and let's print, okay, something here, very easy, and we put on start. Okay, the third one is on resume. Okay, let's see. Okay, on resume, and let's put the print here too. Okay, you don't need to keep in your mind everything. You don't need to be the best person in the world with the great memory. Okay, it's very easy to understand this. Okay, on resume. Okay, and if we execute this one, I don't remember if we have the emulator. I think so. I don't. I think I closed the emulator. Yeah, but let's wait a couple minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Okay, but I can keep trying to explain that. Okay, but if you see, we have an order here. Obviously, the order is not the order in the code. Okay, that's another part. You can put on resume here. Okay, and this is not the order. Well, the order, okay, of the code is not the order of the execution. Okay, that's an important thing for now in this case. Okay, obviously in other cases it's different. Let's see the logcat. Okay, let's see. Let me show you. Okay, let me clear logcat. Let's clear here. Okay. Well, just wait. Okay, if you see here, you have the logcat. Let me find on resume. Okay. Sorry. Let me change this one. Okay. Pixel 2, API 3. Yeah, we are here. Okay. Well. Okay, my bad. Okay, my mistake. Sorry. I was working in the morning with other languages, okay, Dartflower, other technologies. The correct way to see a message here in the logcat, I will show you in another video, okay? But for now, we only need to see this string, okay, and this one. So, well, I will show you how. Okay, you don't have to worry. I don't need to explain. It's not the idea. Okay, explain this one, this instruction. Okay, I will explain later. Okay, so don't worry. But let me show you. Okay, this. Okay, ready. Let me change the print again, but in the other method. Okay, I am using tag here. Let me put this one. Okay, let me delete one. Yep, I need the comma here. Okay, now sorry for this mistake, but I like to record in this way because I think it's very honest and logical and natural the way I am showing this one. Okay, well, let me save and let me execute again. Okay, and now you will see a different thing. If you see here, let's go to logcat. Okay, and now if you put here and start, okay, you see we have on start. If we type resume, you will see resume. Okay, actually if I put tag, you see we have on start and resume, and this is the order. That's the important thing. You see resume is the first one, and on start is the second, but we see first on start and the second is on resume. What happened? Well, the life cycle, that's the secret. Okay, the life cycle is working. Okay, here let me show you. Okay, here the first method is on create. Actually we can do something, okay, with this one. Okay, let me open Android Studio and let's put here and log.e. let's put the tag, let's put a on create, okay, and save, and we execute again the application. Let's go for logcat, and if you see the tag here, okay, we have on start, on resume, on create. Well, the detail here is we have a history. Okay, we have the historial here. Well, let's delete. Okay, let's execute again and see this. Okay, on create, on start, and on resume. What happened? Well, we are using the life cycle of the activity. Okay, so if you see the order here, you don't have to worry because it's very easy to understand. The other part is, if in the code you can change the order, but it's a life cycle. Okay, it's not for you can change it because it's a native way to work with activities. Okay, so what is my recommendation? Please read all the documentation here, read in specific the advantage to have instructions on create, on start, but the most important, what kind of things we need to do in each method. Okay, and remember, it's a method. You don't have to worry now for this one, because later when you try to connect with a database, or you want to use information from a local local database in your app, or you want to connect, or you want to manage users, okay, you will see in which part you will need to do. Okay, for now, that's the point. The life cycle is a very basic knowledge. Okay, I think at the beginning it's not look too basic, but you need to read it. Okay, and don't worry, probably if you ask for help, I can create more videos with this explanation. Okay, bye bye.